Reacting to Six's debunk video. I want to start this video out by saying that my original post wasn't a debunk video. I was simply calling out what I perceived as biased behavior. I mean, it's in the title. Now, I'm not directing this at Six since he seemed to understand that. This is for everyone in the comment section still saying this. Now that I said that, this also isn't necessarily a debunk video. In this video, I'll go into more detail about some of the things I said. Also, I'll clear up any misunderstandings with Six's rebuttals. Now let's see what you're cooking. But before we get into the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Over 70% of the people watching aren't subscribed. This displeases me. Change this so we can make bad. What I mean to say is, your interaction with the channel helps me know what content you guys want to see. And if you're on TikTok, come on over to the YouTube channel where we have full videos and exclusive content. Link in the bio.
What the f is this nigga cooking? Who let this nigga cook? Bro, why did this, bro, who let this nigga get in the kitchen? Get him out the kitchen.
I just need
This is the lamb.
Where's the lamb sauce?
This video just seems super biased. The main problem with the video was that they were putting possible hyperbolic statements over feats. The reason they're doing this is because Minato and Tobirama are largely featless or have very little feats. The only part of the video that everyone should agree with is the fact.
What do you mean by that?
I'll explain exactly what I meant by that. In the video, they use Swagkage statements to put Minato over Tobirama. Here's an example.
I mean, you have the fourth Swagkage say, I've never been able to imagine him being surpassed.
Yeah, they're like
anybody beating him.
There are multiple translations of that statement.
There's just so many things wrong with this, but I'll stick to the key points. Both translations are obviously contentious. The biggest thing with them mentioning the statement is that they're not recognizing the context. He's trying to stop Naruto from going to the battlefield, verbally and physically, which is a good reason for this statement to be pure hyperbole. In this panel, he's pretty much saying, this guy was the strongest man ever, but even he underestimated the danger of the tailed beast. You're his son. Have you learned nothing from his sacrifice? Meaning you could just say that he's just trying to convince Naruto to go along with his plan. And you'll probably say, even if he's trying to convince Naruto, that doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong about what he's saying. The man said a finer shinobi never lived. How the f does he know that? And we all know Minato was not stronger than Madara or Hashirama, especially since he's talking about pre-KCM Minato. This guy is not credible.
As well. And then you're just gonna mix it all up. Now I know it looks disgusting.
To like demonstrate summoning a body to Obito. He does it in the middle of his fight with Minato.
This was outlandish behavior. Why would he have to do any of this? He's done reanimation jutsu before. He could just resummon the ninja that he has in his bag. What I'm saying is, once you summon the reanimation, you don't have to do any of these prerequisites. This is not
That's not true.
head-canon. Now, I don't want to talk about whether or
What? That's not true at all. What the hell?
not if Tobirama can get it off, because that would require me to storyboard the fight, and I'm not trying to be biased.
Bro, he just said that Tobirama, after he uses Edo Tensei once, he can just keep using it over and over again. That is not true whatsoever. Like, bro, the fucking Orochimaru has a better Edo Tensei than Tobirama, right? Orochimaru had to do the ritual more than once. He had DNA of all Hokage in his body, and he used a living sacrifice with White Zetsu and whatchamacall, and summoned the Hokage in the war arc after he had already summoned them before. He already summoned Tobirama and Hashirama before, but they got the same ritual. That's just not true at all.
Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this because I know you didn't understand what I meant, but I'll say it here so there's no misunderstanding. Once you have the ability to summon an Edo, we'll say Fodder Ninja number 1, you don't have to do any of these prerequisites, meaning not having to find a body or perform a ritual to summon Fodder Ninja number 1. The problem in their video is that they gloss over the possibility of him having ninjas to summon in his arsenal. Also, I don't know why you brought up Orochimaru releasing the souls from the Reaper Seal, but enjoy this small compilation of people also not understanding why.
But there's just this general agreement in the community. The way that, like, when I talk to Swag and Seth about why they don't explain certain things in their videos sometimes, it's, for one, it's a bit much to expect someone to explain every single detail about a video whenever they make one. But there's just this general agreement in the community, which, I mean, there should be anyway, that the Edo Tensei are close in power to their alive counterparts because of the Tobirama statement.
Now, I don't expect to hear every single detail about videos, just relevant ones. Also, why would the community agree with this anyway? way. There's so many things that contradicted. Buddha went over this in a recent video, so I won't go into major detail. But Hashirama was weary of Madara regaining his past strength, and as soon as he did, he busted out of the deity gates and was holding down the 10 tails. So make of that what you will. Also watch the video if you want more of an explanation on that. They were sealed, which is a form of hacks. And it wasn't just Ina Shikacho and Darui, it was the fucking Ninja Alliance. Also, we're majorly downplaying the brothers here. The 4th Raikage thinks Kinkaku is unstoppable once he gets going. And that's just one brother. Let's remember, they killed the
This guy, okay, this is a bit contradictory considering his earlier statement about he doesn't like the fact that they were using possibly hyperbolic statements over feats. When they used feats here and he's like, no, because of this Raikage statement. But like, would you not just say that, okay, by your own like way of thinking, you're wrong because that statement is possibly hyperbolic? Is that being too much to ask? Is that too much to ask to say like he's not being consistent there?
Definitely not. For this section, I'm just pointing out the fact that they're simply leaving out details. Leaving out these details will make the Gold and Silver brothers seem weak. Seth mentioned everything I said in a previous video, which is why I said, but you know this, Seth, don't you? Also, this isn't a possible hyperbolic statement. This is clear hyperbole. I'm not using this statement to put the brothers over the anti-feats they mentioned. I'm saying that this statement would put the brothers at least over the Raikage himself. Unlike Seth and Swag, who used the Raikage statement to scale others. Plus, it's not like I said you couldn't use possible hyperbolic statement. I just think they shouldn't hold more weight than feats.
You can't actually prove that the Kinkaku and Ginkaku are part of the Kinkaku force. The way that Tobirama makes it sound like the Kinkaku unit was made to track down Kinkaku and Ginkaku rather than them actually being a part of it. So you can't say that they had other people with them when they put Tobirama in a near death state. It would also make more sense because canonically we're only told that Tobirama was put in a state of near death once when fighting Kinkaku and Ginkaku, and whenever Kinkaku and Ginkaku are summoned, they think that Tobirama is the one who summoned them. So it would make sense if they killed him. Obviously, they wouldn't think that because it wouldn't make sense. So it would make sense that the second interaction he had with the Kinkaku unit, Kinkaku and Ginkaku weren't a part of that unit. Rather, it's just a makeup of Cloud Ninja that attacked Tobirama and ended up killing him.
There's a couple of issues with this, but I don't blame you for having different interpretations of the events since there's a couple of translations out there. Also, the info they gave is pretty vague, but this wouldn't make sense. Why would the unit made to track Kinkaku and Ginkaku be attacking the second Hokage? It was said that the second Hokage and the Kazekage were attacked by Kinkaku and Ginkaku during the ceremony for their alliance, meaning the Leaf and the Cloud were on good terms. Also, when they were reanimated, they were saying that they were brought back by his technique, not by him. At least by going off this translation and the anime. So make of that what you will.
I'm gonna do taste test.
Touch his jacket, and then he's gone, and Guy still hasn't moved, like, relative to him at all. And that's in base. But, like, Tobirama's just faster, I guess, even though...
Why is this being looked at as a speed feat when this is clearly hacks? Flying Rajin is not speed, people. The only person who should get...
Okay, both of them are wrong, bro. Both of them are wrong. Like, Swag's wrong there for the Minato feat, and he's wrong for interpreting what Swag said the wrong way. Swag's not saying that since Minato teleported away, it's a speed feat. He's saying the reaction and grabbing of the truth-seeking orbs is the speed feat, which that is a speed feat. It's just not a very impressive one.
Wow, that is so fast, bro. I'll give you a real speed feat. How about when Tobirama was able to react to Rinnegan Sage Mode Madara during their battle? Crazy how you guys don't mention this in this vid, but Seth did it in another. As a matter of fact, I'll let the...
I mean, reacting to Madara is not all that.
This part was more of a joke. I just really couldn't see how they thought that feat was so impressive, which was the point of the segment. Minato pretty much did a quick time event, but I'll give you that one. I should be more clear when making a video. Also, I can't believe you're downplaying that Madara. As a matter of fact, that. What has Minato done that's comparable to this feat as far as his speed goes? Because I couldn't find anything. Now 6, I respect you and your content, and I personally have no problem with you, but you disrespected Nerd King, and I can't let that slide. But I'm not gonna fight his battles. I'm gonna let him do it himself. Part 2 of his video will include all of the calcs for his scaling. He says something like, oh, you're really gonna see what I'm cooking. I'd definitely be scared if I were you. If you like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We post content daily. Also, comment down below if you want to see more reactions / debunk videos. Tell us in the Discord. Tell us right now. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Karma out.
But there's just this general agreement in the community